All right, what's going on, everybody? I'm going to warn you in advance, I might be a little less talkative today than I normally am. First of all, welcome back, everybody. It's great to see everybody. Hans, Bob, Bungalow, good to see you guys. I might be a little less talkative today than I normally am, just because I still have a cough. But in any event, maybe less talking is a good thing. Who knows? But looking at Point of Pete, looking really good today, and I am psyched to be back in the Islander. I haven't flown this airplane in. Hey, Chris, what's going on? How you doing? I haven't flown this plane in ages, and I am super excited to be back flying the good old trusty rusty Islander. So let's go. Rotating beacon on. Mixtures and props full forward. Master and battery switches on. My fuel pumps work. They do not. Half the time I fly this plane, the fuel pumps work. Half the times they don't. But it's alright. Fuel pumps coming on. Mags not doing anything either. Why are the mags not doing anything? Who knows? Alright, well. Mags are on. Open the starter hood cover, crack the throttles, take a look outside, make sure there's nobody out there to kill or maim. Gosh, this sim looks great. I'm running auto FPS today as well. Let's start the right engine first. And there we go, no external power supply. I haven't flown this plane in 2 weeks, at least. There we go. Come on, baby. Oh, how to make a fool out of yourself in an airplane by IslandSimPilot. There you go. Did I catch it on time? I didn't. Alright, now we've got fuel, we've got electricity. Come on, baby. There we go. There we go. It only took 3 tries. Not too bad. Left engine. Alright, good start. And oil pressure's looking good. That's all we care about right now. Fuel pumps coming off. Let's go avionics master on. Lean the mixtures for taxi. External power supply off. Nav and strobe lights coming on. Parking brake is here. All right, now we're ready to go. So I didn't bother checking the weather, but my guess is the wind is out of the east. Oh, Chris, sorry about that. We haven't really streamed much in a while anyway, which is a shame. Glad to get back to it. Glad to get back to it, back to doing some flying. Oh, that's good, Chris. I hope everybody had a good holiday. I hope everybody had a good New Year's. My New Year's, the only reason I was awake at midnight is because I woke up because I had to pee. Other than that, yeah, 868, same here. It's home, you know. It's great. So let me just see give everybody a chance to meander on over here. And 868, welcome aboard. And let's set takeoff flaps. Let's go fuel pumps on. I hate it when my fuel pump switches don't work on my Bravo. That really irritates me because I have to do that manually. I just don't understand why. But oh, nice. You know what? 868. So I don't know if you know, but I have the Caribbean Virtual Airlines is I help. It's me and another guy who run that airline, and I run that VA, and I love mixtures of props full forward, fuel pumps are on, flaps are set. I love flying in and out of Trinidad. I fly in and out of Trinidad all the time, and as a matter of fact, there's airspeed alive, engine instruments in the green. 70 knots, let's go flying, baby. Come on. the new free airport that Asobo released for Tobago, Robinson Airport is just beautiful. I mean, they did a really nice job with that. That's one of my favorite airports to fly into. Absolutely love it. So, drop the nose a little bit, bring the flaps up. Feeling like Chris, I love 2024. I love Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. It's just, it seems to be inconsistent for a lot of people. I have like days where the performance isn't as good as other days, which I'm sure is a streaming thing, you know, because all the data is streamed. But turn my transponder on, by the way. But I mean, when it's, I mean, I generally don't have any issues with it, and it's phenomenal. I mean, Flight Sim 2020 is just gorgeous. I'm not paying any attention to my flying right now. But yeah, I mean, Flight Sim 24 is really nice. It's my go-to. I mean, if I'm gonna fly one or the other, I fly 24 right now. Alright, let's see here. Look at this, Hans Boone in the house. Looking good. We got Bungalow in the turbo. I mean, look at this sim. This is 2020. This is absolutely gorgeous. I don't even know why I bothered with 24, to be honest. I mean, it's just, it looks amazing. He says as he crashes. Oh no, I didn't know there was a paid version for TTCP yet. I actually didn't notice that. Or is it part of the package? If it's part of the package, the Grenada, Trinidad, and Tobago package, I have that package. Yeah, I agree. The waiting for some of the, especially some of the scenery, I think I'm gonna level off about 2,000, especially for some of the scenery and some of the airplanes, you know. Although there's some great free airplanes in 24, there really are. One of the ones I really have been enjoying flying lately is the, I'll level off at 2,000, is the 404 Titan, Cessna 404. That is a sweet plane. But yeah, just waiting for stuff to come over, especially the PMDG planes. And the PMDG planes are the cat's meow. Kevin, I'm looking forward to the Islander big time. I cannot wait for both of them to get over in 24. The only reason I usually fly the piston instead of the turbine is just because it's to me it's just a little bit easier. Maybe it's just that I have so much time in this plane. But trying to level off here. Let's see if my I set up my trim in FSU IPC to see if I could get that squared away, because the trim is really twitchy in both sims. But yeah, Chris, I had to go a couple times when I have to take my dog for I have to take him for chemo, and I have to go to a larger city near us to do that, and I'm always going against the traffic, which is great. I haven't dealt with, I've worked from home for 20 years. I haven't dealt with traffic in literally 20 years. I don't know if I can handle it. Senior by itself, yeah, exactly. 868. Hey, Schmarkash, what's going on? How you doing? Happy New Year, my friend. Whoops, that was me trying to take a sip of my tea. I gotta slow my camera down here first. But yeah, absolutely. Send them over 868. That's great. PCVR and Quest. I have not flown around the Fifi Islands in Indonesia, but I am game. I'm gonna write that down. We did some. Hey, Stafford, how you doing? What's going on? You know, Stafford, I have to tell you something. I realized about a day or two ago, I don't think I ever wrote you back from your Christmas greeting, and I am tremendously embarrassed about that. I could have sworn I sat down and wrote you back, and I don't think that I did. If I didn't, my sincere apologies, and Happy New Year to you as well. Great to see you. Hey, Paul and Ted, what's going on? I appreciate that. So one of the things I was talking about, I did a member update. Oh, Stafford, no, but seriously, like it was on my, it's on my mind. I could have sworn I did, and I didn't. So I appreciate the understanding, and I also genuinely appreciated your message. Dominican Rat, what's going on? This is like the All-Star game today. This is awesome. But one of the things I was talking about, I sent out a member message earlier this week, and like I was talking about the fact that I don't get to fly anymore. But you know whose fault that is? It's mine. Like I can choose to stream instead of make a video. You know, I mean I'm constantly making videos, and I feel like I'm constantly pushing off, you know, streaming and flying, just to like, you know, do the tech videos, and that's my decision. Like, and my decision is also to turn on my landing lights under 10,000 feet. So I need to get back to flying this year and consistently every Wednesday, every Friday, every Sunday, get out with you guys especially and do this. Because this is a hoot, and I'm so glad to see everyone. I was afraid, I was afraid because it's been so long since I've done this that there'd be like 2 people here. It's so awesome to see you guys. Really awesome to see you guys. And if you see my head spin like that, it's because I'm about to cough. Yes, Stafford, there's one of a funny saying I heard recently. I don't know if any of you guys are on Instagram, if you follow Peter the Irish Pilot on Instagram, the guy is absolutely hysterical. He does like reviews of like bad landings and stuff, and he's absolutely hysterical. But one of his expressions was one time he said he said that somebody's brain was in neutral, and I was like, yeah, I kind of understand that position. Well, Hans, I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that you're still on the lookout for the streams, and I'm gonna make it a point to just to stop horsing around and be consistent with doing this, because it is a great time. It is a lot of fun, and we got a great crowd out today. And I tell you, Flight Sim 2020, I don't know why I bothered with 24. This looks fantastic. I mean, everybody's out in the Islanders. We got the Islanders going. It's like an Islanders club. I love it. Let me see here. We've got, I forget which runway. If I coughed on you guys, I apologize. I've had a cough since after Christmas, like literally the day after Christmas, and I just cannot get rid of it. I don't know which runway it is, but I guess we'll figure it out. Let's see. How about I look on the worldwide interwebs? Let me see. No, it's TFFM, I believe. Marie Galante is runway 927. Sweet. Alright. So, but yeah, it's been kind of a crazy busy time, but then also not busy because we got sick, and we were sick for like 2 weeks. And we actually, we were supposed to go to a family event yesterday, and we didn't, just because we haven't been healthy, and like haven't had the time to rest basically in the last 3 weeks. So, but it's nice to have a good Sunday stream. And this island, Marie Galante, is supposedly like the Caribbean was 50 years ago, and I absolutely want to come here someday in real life. The airport is like right down at the end, like kind of right there at that corner. So, Keith, what's going on? Yeah, you know, it seems to be kind of hit and miss with Flight Sim 24. I mean, some people I've had really good luck with it, but I know a lot of people have had like just a horrible time. And I mean, I think, you know, I knew it was going to be a streamed game. I didn't know they were going to like stream all the airplanes as well. Like I think that's one of the biggest surprises to me, and the walk around. Like I knew they were going to have a walk around. I didn't know it was going to be mandatory. Like that's just crazy in my opinion. So I mean, but like when it's on, it is unbelievable. I mean, it's just especially the weather, the clouds and the lighting are just unbelievable. And I think the water looks a lot better too. First notch of flaps under 115 knots. We'll go fuel pumps on and start trimming here a little bit. But yeah, I mean, I've had very good luck with it, but I think I might be in the minority as far as that goes. But and the flight model in 24 is great too. Oh yeah, 868. So I did a flight in where was it? In Germany, and I got icing. Where are we here? I got icing over the Alps. No, it wasn't over the Alps because I was flying Nuremberg to Dusseldorf, and I got icing, and the icing was great. The icing was so good. The icing was so good, it made me nervous. I was really nervous on the flight. Let's see here. Yeah, down around the corner. Yeah, but I mean, the icing was just phenomenal. I think the weather is just great. Let's get the heading bog. Swing that around to our landing runway heading here. And I probably should level off here a little bit. Yeah, you know, Keith, I mean, 2020 is phenomenal, and Auto FPS is working a treat in 24. I mean, it is running beautifully in 24. Auto FPS has gone to a new level, in my opinion. It's really, really good. Where is this airport, you suppose? Up here on the corner. But I mean, look at this stuff. Like, this is just stock. This is stock scenery. And there's like a little port, and I mean, it's amazing. This blows my mind. I still get blown away every time I fly this sim. The other thing that's cool, I got the Bijan or Bijan tree mod. That is fantastic. 868, cool. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. There's the runway. The Baiju tree mod is great. Yeah, I mean, I could totally see an argument just for flying 2020 and forgetting about 24. Honestly. Alright. I'm just gonna keep angling it right out here and then drop the flaps. Yeah, Auto FPS is just awesome. Such a great program. Yeah, Bob. I mean, Bob, I've had great experiences in 24s. Mixtures and props full forward. Fuel pumps are on. Bringing the second notch of flaps. This is a cool little airport. I have the, I don't know if you guys do or not, but I've got the SLH Sim Designs version of this airport. It's a really cool little airport, and in the islands here. But I'm back to using the trim wheel on my Bravo because I've been setting it up with FSU IPC. And that is a little outcropping that is looking kind of perilous. Okay. This is a pretty cool little approach. Alright. Alright, power's coming down. See, that's the Bijan Studios trees right there. Looking good. Alright, let's see what we get here. Boop, boop, boop. Alright. Whoopsie. Not too bad. Not too bad. Make the turn off here. Look at that. Not too bad. Nice. Tell you what, this airplane is like a comfortable pair of shoes. It really is. It's just so. I'm just so used to it, I guess. Trying to get out of the way here so I can get over here and watch some landings. Let me see. Yeah, this is a little SLH Sim Designs version of this airport. Great little airport. Alright. Oh, I missed Bob's landing. Here we go. You know, 868, I haven't tried that one yet, Atmos. And I wasn't sure if it was that necessary in 24. Kevin, the week of 97%. Yeah, I remember those days. I'm gonna think about REX Atmos. I mean, everything that I've ever gotten from REX has been fantastic. Hans Boone is greasing that one out. Look at that landing. That was beautiful. I mean, the scenery is just stunning. I mean, it's just beautiful. See all the area appropriate trees, which are from the Bijan Studios mod. That is just the coolest thing in the world to me. Seeing the appropriate trees for the area. So, alright. Let's do some flying here. Wait, where are we going next? We're going... Where are we going? TDPD. Let's go direct. Direct. Is this thing not working? It's alright. We'll go VFR. We're just gonna go... Let's go back. Alright. Oh, wonder why that's not working. I wonder why. Oh, there we go. Let's see here. Whoopsie. Come on. What do we got? We got a B. We need a T. I mean, I know where the airport is, but it's just easier to watch it on the the 530 if you got it dialed in. TDPD. You're going the wrong direction. PD. Yes. Yes. And we are heading due south. All right. So, get my altimeter set here. Probably should have leaned my mixtures. 868. I've got all of the SLH Sim Design sceneries. He's my favorite scenery developer in the sim. I love his work. I'm just gonna go straight from here. Mixtures are set. Mixtures, props full, forward fuel pumps are on, flaps are set. And let me see. Yeah, Paul and Ted, you can absolutely use those two together. A lot of people ask that question. Absolutely. Alright, takeoff power is set. Engine instruments are in the green. Airspeed is alive. Waiting on 70. And there we go. Yeah, you can absolutely use those two together. Look at this thing climb. right. He says he's about to stall. All right. Drop the nose here a little bit. Okay. So next up is Melville Hall. This is a cool... If you guys haven't done this one is really fun. This one is really fun. I think pretty much everybody here has done that. Absolutely, Paul and Ted. Gladly. Alright, let's get the nose down here a little bit and get those flaps up. Why am I running the engines full out? I have no idea. Alright. God, I don't know how I could have forgotten, but I've forgotten how much fun it is to fly this plane in this sim. So cool. Flaps are up. Oh, you know what? I've got a lot of nose down trim in. That's what my problem is. Alright. So... Keith, I've heard nothing but good things about Atmos. I haven't really looked at it. I mean, everything that I've gotten from REX has been good. Get the nose down a little bit here. I would imagine it's probably pretty good. Alright, I get myself turned here a little bit. So... Hey, I really appreciate that, Paul and Ted's. I do appreciate the support, I really do. Alright, what do we got here? Let's turn the fuel pumps off, what do you say? Alright, fuel pumps are off, fuel pressures are looking good. And I think... Yeah, we only got, what, 17 miles? Not that far, actually. But we do want a little bit of altitude. I do want a little bit of altitude going into Melville Hall just because we got to fly up that valley. And it's going to be even more exciting if it's IFR. That's going to really make it interesting. I still can't believe in some ways that American Airlines flies jets into this airport. I really can't. It's pretty amazing. I mean, it must be a story they tell their friends, I'll tell you what. Because this is, I mean, it's not an easy jet approach by any stretch, but then again, I guess these guys know what they're doing, right? Alright, 50 feet below our cruise altitude. Pull the manifold pressure back to 23, bring the props back just a little bit, and we'll try to level off. Virtue Sim, what's going on, man? Sorry I couldn't join you earlier today. I still hadn't had coffee yet when you were flying. Or else I would have joined you. But I hope your stream went well. Wait, how'd Bob get all the way over there? Yeah, I hope your stream went well, Mike. Let me see here. Alright, so well, actually the question isn't how did Bob get all the way over there, the question is how did I get all the way over here. Alright, let's see here. That's the other thing that looks a lot better in 24 is the clouds. The clouds here look good. The clouds here actually look really good, but in 24 they look ridiculously good. So let's see, yeah, we're gonna have a little bit of fun here. You know, so for those of you who don't know, Virtue Sim, he does a lot of 3D videos and a lot of 3D flying, virtual reality, and I just got a Pimax Crystal Light, or Pimax I guess they call it, Pimax Crystal Light, this week, and I'm still sort of just getting to grips with it. And I've done a couple flights with it now, and the biggest thing I noticed is that the difference between 2D and 3D, so I flew into, of course I flew the St. Bart's approach, was like the second or third flight I did in the in VR, and you can see so much further out how high or low you are on the approach. Like the depth perception, the ability to see that level is just incredible. I mean, I could tell from, I mean, I was at 1,200 feet on the approach into St. Bart's, and I could already tell, like, you need to be full power out, because if not, you're gonna overshoot big time. And you just can't see that in 2D as early in the approach as you can in 3D. And that was kind of the most impressive thing to me. I am not going the right way here. And please don't tell me my sim just froze. Please don't tell me my sim just froze. Oh, okay. We're back. I don't know what happened right there, but something happened. Hey, Seba Garcia, what's going on? How are you doing? The Canary Islands. We've had a couple other visitors from the Canary Islands over the time, and it's pretty awesome. Welcome aboard. Now I got to see where on earth I'm going. So I need to come up this way. And then make a turn here. Alright, let's see. Yeah, I mean, you're right, Mike. I was amazed at how big the difference was. I really was. Alright, so this is gonna be an interesting approach if it's IFR. Yeah, exactly, Hans, right? Hey Jim, thank you very much. I appreciate that. We're trying to figure out how to not crash airplanes today. That's our goal. Good goal to have. So for those of you who don't know, this approach is entirely visible, or visual rather. It's a pretty wild approach. This is Dominica in the Caribbean, and I'm assuming anyway that the weather is out of the east. Weather. You would like to think that your pilot actually knew what the weather was, but I don't. 1205. Okay. Yep. Okay. So. Alright, so I guess I can start coming down a little bit here. But I don't want to get too much lower than like 2,000. And let me see here. Yeah. Okay, there's the airport. So, that being the case, now it's time to hang a Ralph. And we go up this valley and then kind of across the hilltops here, and then down the valley, and this is cool. Look at this. Yeah, this might be interesting. This might be interesting. Am I the first guinea pig here? Alright. Let's see here. At about 2,000, I shouldn't hit anything anytime soon. Yeah, Jim. But this one's kind of tricky because this is completely visual. And like I said, so American Airlines flies in here with with ERJs, and I'm sort of surprised, to be honest. Yeah, under 115 knots. We'll put some flaps in here. There's 115. We'll go flaps. We'll go fuel pumps. Come on, baby. We'll go fuel pumps. Mixtures are rich. I mean, it's tricky enough in a piston. I wouldn't want to do this in a jet. I don't know if I have done this in a jet yet. I think actually I have once. No, I've done it in the ATR. That's what I did it in. Alright, so I'll follow this river right here. Hey Steve, what's going on? You know what, Steve? I used a GTX 1080 for a long time in the sim, and it was fine. You know, it really was. I sort of feel like I needed to be a little bit further up the valley here, but yeah, those. I mean, and especially with auto FPS and lossless scaling, yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Coming back a little bit more on the power here. Yeah, we're good. So this is a fun approach. This is, you guys haven't done this one. TDPD. But you gotta land east down the valley. Alright, so pulling some power here. Pulling some power here. So once we get over this ridge, yeah, see that right there? That ridge right there. Once we get over here, you'll see what I'm talking about. So almost in the white arc here. Almost in the white arc. Alright, now we can bring in that next notch of flaps, and then you just kind of cruise down the valley right here. Cruise down the valley right here, which is easy enough for me to say. I can't talk. Alright. Let's see. This approach isn't too hard in the Islander just because you're going so slow, but doing this in a jet would be an adventure for sure. Yeah, I used my 1080 until about 2 years ago. Whoa, that's not what I want to be doing right now. And I got a 3080 Ti about 2 years ago, and I love it. All right, mixtures and props full forward. Fuel pumps are on. Flaps are set. Why am I going so fast? All right. Dominican Rat, what do you think of this? Not too bad, huh? And this is SLH Sim Designs also. And they're extending this runway, aren't they? Extending it this way. Maybe they're trying to make it longer so that you can land with a better tailwind into 9, or into 27 rather. I don't think extending the runway this way is going to help with this particular approach. Alright, power coming out here. Oh, look at that visual. That is beautiful. Alright, let's get our toes on the rudder pedals here. That is such a cool visual right there. Alright. That right there, ladies and gentlemen, was not too bad, I have to admit. He says as he goes careening off the runway. That was not bad as far as landings go. Nice. Nicely done, gentlemen. Very nicely done. This is one of my favorite approaches in the Caribbean. And this is also a really cool airport. Yeah, Jim, the 3080 Ti is great. I mean, at least when I got it, excuse me guys for coughing, I apologize. When I got it, I think bang for your buck, it was the best card they had, you know. And it's still a good card. Still serves me well. For those of you who joined late, I have a bit of a cold, so I apologize if I cough. Sometimes I don't have a choice. Extended more for takeoffs. No way. United's gonna be flying 737s. Oh my word. That is wild. That is wild. That I can't believe. 737s. Wow. So I guess now I gotta see if I can get the PMDG in here. Hey Adriano, how are you doing? You should absolutely join one of our streams sometime. It'd be great. That was a nice little landing there too in the TBM. A little bounce, but that's all right. That's called wheelbarrowing. And Bungalow had, I think, probably the toughest time of any of us because that turbo is a little bit different to land than the piston, because you've got, you know, you can't really make a lot of power adjustments on that thing. It's you got to be more consistent with the power. 868, we are not on VATSIM. I used to stream on VATSIM, but then it gets to be complicated. So I'm not going to backtrack all the way, just a little bit. Yeah, that's good enough. Yeah, it is hard to slow down quickly. I found with that plane, you really got to be like consistent with your speed, you know. Whereas with the piston, you can just kind of horse around, you know. All right, mixtures and props, full forward. Fuel pumps are on. Where are we going next? We are going. What did I say? Let me see. Where are we going? And I'll just sit here in the middle of the runway. Canefield. We're gonna go to TDCF. Ah, okay, I get it. So, let me see. Are we gonna go up and maybe we'll go just up over the mountains to the other side? What do you guys think? Let me see here. I'm trying to think of what makes the most sense. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go out a little bit to the left here and then over. So let's go in. All right, where's my trim? A little bit more nose down. Okay, takeoff power is coming in. I'm gonna go a little bit to the north and then back westbound over to the other side of the island. All right, engine instruments are in the green. Airspeed's alive. 70 knots. And off we go. Oh, that is a beautiful sight. That is a beautiful sight. I think it's pretty easy to get over this way here. And yeah, I mean, Adriano, 2020 is, or 2024 rather, it seems like different people have different experiences with it. I've had nothing but pretty good experiences with it. Some people have a different story, you know, but I mean, I'm fully satisfied with it, I have to say. I mean, not fully satisfied with it, but if I was gonna fly one of the two sims, I would fly that one. You know, that's, yeah, we can get up over this. That's what I would do. You know, 2024 is great. It really is. Alright, so I'm gonna go right up over here. Boy, this is beautiful, no? This is beautiful. Yeah, right over here. Now, let me see here. I'm gonna keep those flaps right where they are, and we'll go. Oh, why did you do that? It's a good way to run into a mountain, by the way. If you need a recommendation how to, it's one of my favorite expressions in aviation is when you're flying along fat, dumb, and happy, and you fly right into the side of a mountain. They call that controlled flight into terrain. No, I want TDCF, don't I? Enter. Yes, they call that CFIT, controlled flight into terrain. And I'm about to give a textbook definition of that right now. Let's get the nose down a little bit. Flaps up. Fuel pumps off. Yeah, this probably wasn't the best choice. Hey Aaron, what's going on? Oh, how you doing, man? Are you flying as well? This is my co-owner of Virtual Caribbean Airlines, Aviation Dude 95. All right, so I think we'll make it over the side here. Yeah, exactly. Some people do it more than once. Every once in a while, somebody hits something and walks away from it. Let's get the nose down here a little bit. Lean the mixtures out a little bit. Where's everybody? Nobody's hit anything yet? Good. Awesome. Alright. Oh, I see what you're saying, Aviation Dude. You're doing a different flight, and you would have joined. Sorry about that. I need to start posting these more in advance so people know. Alright, now we can bring the props back a little bit. Now that we're over the top here, we have got a it's all downhill from here, as they say. Jim, I knew it. Well, I didn't know him, but there was a DPE in our area who flew into the side of a mountain on the way back from giving a private pilot exam to one of the guys in my flying club. So nobody is immune. Nobody is immune. Alright, so now why not take a little bit of a left here? And if I remember correctly, there's a couple really cool little... Gosh, look how beautiful this is. There's a couple really cool little with the points of interest in the Caribbean World Update on this side of the island. I just can't remember what they are. Scabby. You know, it's funny that, I mean, nowadays you can't... I have a 150, and nowadays you can't really teach in 150s because you can't get two people in them because people are so big. There was some sort of fort over on this side, and I want to say it might be like right here. Gosh, one thing I love about this sim is the green. The color green is just so beautiful. Like I just find this like just stunning. Scabby. Yeah, that's not a good sign when your airplane is called Scabby. So what do we got over here? We got anything interesting to look at? I'm gonna find something interesting to look at if I keep going down at this rate. I'm bringing up the rear here. This is another cool. I watched. There's a guy from California who flew a Diamond in real life, flew it all the way over here. And I watched his approach into this airport, Canefield. It was really cool. Oh, nice. Is it a, what is it, a 172? 182? Probably 172, I would guess. Yeah, I think we finally found the guy with the C-25. Looks like he's over here. 172 G1000, that's a nice plane. That is a nice airplane. That is cool, look at that. So, let's see here. Yep, the sun's starting to go down. Alright, so 8 miles. Bring a couple hundred RPM out here and just start slowly coming down. Oh, you know, I've heard about, I haven't really looked into that, Jim. Is it, that has to do with medical certification, no? Which, by the way, I'm out of my medical right now. My medical ran out in December. And we don't fly up here in the winter, so not even really that concerned, but I have to schedule my medical here. Yeah, Hans, it's just, it really is. It really is. I love dusk in the Caribbean in real life. I think dusk in the Caribbean is like one of the most beautiful times. And it just looks amazing. If you think back to what we were doing 5 years ago in Prepared, and you look at this, you know, and this is the quote-unquote old sim now. And it's just absolutely amazing. Alright, so start slowing down here. I love these little villages nestled along the water. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I've seen some people talking about that online. I just haven't really looked into seeing what it is. Alright, let's slow down here. And to slow down, pull out power, pull up the nose. Alright, there's 115. We'll go first notch of flaps. Go fuel pumps on. Alright, go mixtures full forward. I wonder why this airplane doesn't feel like slowing down right now. Yeah, it's alright. I love the like the regionally appropriate buildings and stuff. Looks so much better nowadays. And I also realized I needed to drop some altitude here. Maybe not that bad. we'll go mixtures and props. So forward few pumps are on. One notch of flaps in. And we're still coming down very, very quickly. I don't even know if I'm going to get back into the white arc. Oh, so sort of expanding. Oh, is this where they're talking about making like the 150 and things like that can be LSA as well? Here we go. I don't like putting in flaps on short final, but I'm gonna have to look into that, Jim. See what that's all about. I'm gonna need to bring some power in. I'm gonna splat this one because I'm running out of energy quickly. Yeah, that was alright. That landing was helped by the fact that there was no wind. Little aerodynamic braking there. Alright, now let me get myself turned around. 3,000 pounds, that's gonna be a lot of different airplanes. Retractable gear as well. Yeah, every once in a while I daydream about getting my commercial and doing something, but probably not gonna happen in this lifetime. This is an airport I wish somebody would do a good, it's such a simple little airport, but it would be nice to have a little payware. Little updated version of this field. And here comes Hans Boone. I'm gonna put on the brakes here. I'm not even off the runway. That's alright. We have one notch of flaps to leave the little external view here. This is a fun little approach. In real life, there's a bit more of a hill right here that you kind of have to drop over. Very, very nicely done right there. That was very nicely done right there. That was a beaut, Bob. Hans Boone. Pressure's on. Oopsie. Very nicely done as well. Bungalow's going around. He's going around. Alright. So let's see, yeah, I've been seeing this name tag since we left oh, you know, I didn't really look at the weather before this flight. I just always assume that it's easterly winds down here. But I've been seeing this name and this tag since we left Point Pete in Guadeloupe, and this is where it is. So whoever this guy has been sitting here for like, I don't know, an hour now. And it looks like he's sitting on top of another plane. Alright, let's see here. We got mixtures and props full forward. Few pumps are on, flaps are set. Let's check our trim. Trim is good. Alright. And next up is Fort de France, Martinique, one of my favorite airports. I always say that. I think every airport is one of my favorite airports. Alright. That was a little carefree there on the old takeoff roll, but that's okay. Here we coming up on 70 knots. There we go. Hans, my first, or Bungalow, my first instructor taught me I think one of the most valuable things I was ever taught, which is that a go around is he used to say a go around is a positive maneuver. And a lot of people look at a go around and they say, oh, people ask you, oh, how was your approach? I say, it was sucked, I had to go around. And his point is, If you go around, that's you making the decision that it's not a good approach. And going around is the right choice. So don't ever feel bad about a go around. Go around's good stuff. I just drop that nose a little bit. And it's funny how sometimes it's like, it's so tempting not to go around. You know? Especially like in St. Bart's. Especially like when my wife's waiting for me and dinner's ready. Like, we don't need to go around. Alright, let's see here. Let's get trimmed for 100 knots here. There's 1,000 feet. We can turn the fuel pumps off. Get a little bit of... a little bit of land, a little bit of lights here. Cool. Nice. Look at this. I mean, is there anything you'd rather be doing? For me, the answer is no. This is absolutely awesome. So, Fort de France Martinique is next up. Did I set up a... No, I didn't. Let's see here. Alright, let's see here. We're going... I can never get this... I never get this thing right. Alright. As long as I'm not about to hit anything. Alright, let's get over here. E... F... That's pretty easy. Oops. Especially if you know your alphabet. Then it's really easy. E, F, F, F. There we go. So. Nice, nice Hans. They're looking good. Oh, I don't know if you guys saw, or if you guys even know, the WB Sim JP Logistics Cessna 152. It's a freeware add-on for the 152. Basically makes the 152 like real. I mean, it's just they did everything. They did the systems, they did the flight dynamics, it's just awesome. They just released a new version that is usable in 2024, which is pretty sweet. I want to see how much faster the turbo is than the turbine is than the piston. I think Bungle is going to catch me before we get to Fort de France. Time for a sip of tea. All right. This is also an I find that I always say this when we're flying around the Caribbean. I'm always like, this is an awesome approach. This one's an awesome approach. But this approach is so much fun. And where am I going, by the way? 3,500 feet should suffice. Alright, power coming back a little bit. We'll bring the props back a little bit. Yeah, 3,500. Perfect. It would have been even more perfect if I had meant to go to 3,500. So, let's see here. Alright. But yeah, Fort de Martinique is just an awesome approach, and it's another place I want to go in real life. Frank Aguilera, what's going on? Oh, nice. That's such a cool. I almost just asked a dumb question. I almost asked you, which sim are you in? Duh. That's such a great plane. I used to I flew the TBM a lot, like 2022-ish. 21, 22. I used to fly that plane all the time. With the G3000, that thing is so sweet. I flew it all over. Like I flew it to. There's some really crazy approaches, like into Panama City, Panama. They have a really crazy RNAV approach that you have to have, like, you know, special crew approval and training and blah blah blah. Flew that one in the TBM in the sim. It was just awesome. Matter of fact, that video is on my channel somewhere way back in the archives. But that's such a cool plane, Frank. It really is. The thing I love about the TBM is you get 90% of the performance of a jet, and it lands like a Cherokee. I mean, you land that airplane at 90 knots, you know, and you can cruise at 27,000 feet. I mean, it's an amazing. If I had a choice between a TBM 930 or TBM 940 and a Honda jet or a Cirrus jet, I'd take the TBM all day long. All day long. Such a cool plane. Yeah, this is beautiful. I was like, where'd that go? Look at that. How cool is that? That is awesome. Alright, let me see. We'll actually get the weather for this approach. Why not, right? Let's see. Winds are 0706 knots. 2,500 foot ceilings. Altimeter 1014. Alright, that works. Where am I going? No idea. Let's see here. 1014. Alright. Martinique, and then all the way down there, that's got to be St. Lucia, then St. Vincent. Off in the distance down there. And possibly even, yeah, and there's Grenada right there. Way off in the distance. Gosh, this is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. We got another 15 minutes. Perfect. So most of you guys still flying 2020 then. Like I said, I don't really fly much at all, so definitely want to change that up. I was thinking about trying today or trying this weekend to get out in an Airbus and see if I could figure those weird things out. I've never completed a flight in an Airbus. Never completed a flight in an Airbus. But they don't appeal to me. They don't really appeal to me. But I kind of feel like it would open up a little bit more for me to learn those a little bit. Yeah, that's kind of what the feeling I get, is that it's pretty easy, you know. And I mean, I don't know why my hey Kenneth, how you doing? What's going on? We're just bopping along, heading down here to Martinique. Zoom to the moon. You know, Adriano, I'm waiting for an A350. I don't know what it is about the A350. It's just such a cool plane. I don't like the Airbus. One of the things I don't like about the Airbus is like, you look at the cockpit of an A320. I mean, it looks like they just it looks like it was built just enough until it was usable, and then they were like, let's not make it look good. I mean, it looks like a kind of bottom of the range car. You know what I mean? Like, no frills. It's just gray and metal, and it just doesn't look interesting to me. A340-300 for Lufthansa. Yeah, I mean the 340. I like the 330 actually. I like the 330. 330 and the 350. Yeah, I just find the Airbus is just so Spartan. It just doesn't look interesting at all. Gosh, this is beautiful. I remember one of the first things that I noticed in this sim in 2020 was this kind of stuff. Oh, I don't think you can't see my. Oh yeah, you can see my mouse. This sort of stuff, the water swirls, like the water flows, was one of the first things I noticed in this sim. Kenneth, I like it. I mean, you know, there's a lot of weirdness, obviously, like the walk around. I just don't understand why they made that mandatory. I know a lot of people are having problems with it. I really haven't had any problems with that with 2024. It's actually performs, I think, better on my system than 2020 does. And I just it's like the flight model is better. There's no question about that. The flight model is much better. The weather is amazing. Like the clouds and the sunlight is amazing. I know a lot of people say that the terrain is more blurry. I don't know. I think it looks awesome. So I really like 2024. You know, I know a lot of people have had a completely different experience and have had nothing but problems with it, and I totally sympathize with that. But for me, I think it's been fantastic. I mean, if I had to switch, like, to 2024 and never use 2020 again, I could do that. The only kind of drawback right now is we're kind of like in the same place we were when 2020 came out, and it was so cool and so new and like so interesting to like look at, but you didn't have the scenery and you didn't have the aircraft, you know. Okay, that's good. You know, that's actually one of the things I was wondering about, Kenneth, was whether those were working yet or not, because I know the last time I flew in 24 they weren't. SLH Sim Designs, what's going on? Yeah, you're totally right about that. I can't wait until this airplane. I know you can get it in 24, but I guess it doesn't get full power or something. I haven't bothered trying, but SLH, we did a couple of your airports before. We did Pointe-à-Pitre, we did Marie Galante, we did Canefield, not Canefield, Melville Hall. Awesome airports. Yeah, bungalow. That's a lot of people say that. I mean, I went from a wireless. I was on Wi-Fi for the longest time, and for 24, I hardwired myself, and I think that's made a difference. You know, my internet speeds are like not anything crazy, but they're like 250 megabytes per second or megabits per second. And before it was like maybe 120. Yeah, Bob, I know you were one of the people who mentioned that. But I guess I don't know. I wonder how like other streaming only games, like what kind of look at this. What kind of player volumes they get, you know? Oh yeah, that dude goes. I wonder where he's going. Maybe he's coming down to Fort-de-France. Whoops. But I mean, check this out. Is this gorgeous or what? Gosh, look at the moon. Man, I tell you what. I gotta take. So, I have a friend who flies this airplane. Well, not this one anymore, but he used to fly for Anguilla Air Services. And I gotta take a picture of what I'm doing right now with Krakow. He flies Islanders in the Caribbean for a living, and he would probably find it pretty funny that I'm sitting here at my desk at home, like imitating his life. You know, we got 20 miles still. All right. Yeah, Frank beat us all. Let's see. Frank beat us all to the point. Francisco, I get like about 220 megabits per second, something about that. I was just saying, I just went from I was on Wi-Fi up until November, and I decided for 2024 I was gonna, you know, it's just gonna be so much better to be on a wired connection. So dang, bungalow, that's 2.5 gig, but that's fast. That's fast. I'm gonna run a speed test right now actually and see what I get. I will tell you in 1 second how fast my internet is. 2 gigabytes hardwired, that's good. So I'm getting like about 240, 250. Maybe a little bit more. Oh yeah, I'm getting 280 to 290, it says. 290 megabits per second. That's not bad. That's not bad. Yeah, Kenneth, that's one of the things too, is they never like release, you know, figuring out that was one of the biggest things with 2024 was figuring out the stupid controls. And they're like, certain people got it figured out quickly. I didn't. I wasn't one of those people. But I mean, I've got it pretty good now. We're still 15 miles out. What am I slowing down for? That is an excellent question. Yeah. Man, yeah, that's pretty quick. Yeah, Francisco, that's the other thing too, is like I can't figure I mean, I was trying to set something up the other day, yesterday, and in 2024. Oh, it was the 172. I was trying to set up something in the 172, and first of all, I couldn't figure out for the life of me how to set up the avionics buses until I found it. Someone posted the solution on the official forums, but then every time you make a change to something, it seems like every time it asks you to create a new profile, like a new control profile, and it's like, why do I have to do this? Because the way I like to have, I just like to have a single engine piston complex, twin engine, twin turboprop, single engine turboprop, and twin jet. That's the, like, I set up those profiles, and then that pretty much covers everything I fly. Oh, okay. Interesting, Francisco. Let's see. What, it's gotta be runway 10 on this one. Let's see. Runway. Runway 10, yeah. Alright. Yeah, I think that guy is flying right down here. This is what I like about this approach is just look at the colors of blue. I love flying, like, if you're flying like the 737. Look at this, by the way. How cool is that? I love seeing like random people in the background of your flights too. But flying like the 737 and making this approach over the into this bay, I just love it. It's so cool. Gosh, we're still 10 miles out. That's crazy. And why is huh. I just realized I didn't have my iPad plugged in and it was about to die. Yeah. Oh, Francisco Guadeloupe is one of my favorites. And SLH Sim Designs did that one too. Awesome approach. There's actually a couple cool approaches into Culebra, and I just realized I've never done the runway 31 approach into Culebra. I've done 13 a bunch of times. Kenneth, that's a good question. As soon as everybody wants to, I'm totally flexible. I just think right now most people are on 2020, but I'm game to switch over when everybody else is, you know. And Francisco, he's actually in the chat, or was in the chat just a little bit ago. SLH Sim Designs. Done a ton of airports in the Caribbean, and they are all awesome. We did one in 2024. We just couldn't see all the different people. Yeah, Francisco, the Tamarindo approach. I've done that a couple times. In this airplane, as a matter of fact, and put it in the I've got a couple of those on my channel somewhere. If you search Tamarindo approach on my channel, you'll find a couple times. But yeah, if you want to see Francisco, if you want to see SLH Sim Designs work, if you like, I know I've got a bunch of different flights going to his airports. I mean, the first 3 airports we flew to today were all his. Pointe-à-Pitre, Marie Galante, and Melville Hall. All 3 of those are his. So let's see here. Oh gosh, this sun. First of all, look at this. The moonlight right there, followed by the sunset on the other side. How cool is that? That is just unbelievable. Yeah, Francisco, you'll be happy with those. I can't believe the sunlight. The lighting here is just amazing. I need to get some flaps in, which means I need to slow down. Yeah, you know, Kenneth, I honestly, like, completely seriously, I can't believe they actually do that with paying passengers on board. I really honestly don't think that's a good idea. I'm sure they've done it for a long time, and you know, whatever, but honestly, I don't think flying that with paying passengers on board is a really good idea. I really don't. To be frank, to be honest with you, I'd rather spend the extra 5 minutes and just go around the other side. But I'm sure they've been doing that for ages. All right, mixtures and pops full forward. Few pumps are on. Gonna wait till I get a red light here on the Pappies before I. Well, I'm gonna get red lights pretty quickly if I'm coming down at 1,500 feet a minute. But yeah, that's a pretty wild approach. It really is. Fun to do in the sim, and I'm sure it's fun to do for the pilots, but I kind of feel like they do that to, like, as a novelty for the passengers. I just don't know if I think that's a very good idea. But I'm a pretty conservative pilot, generally speaking. So, we go last notch of flaps here. Alright, now we're looking good. Now we're looking good. I love this approach. Kind of more majestic in a 737 than it is in an Islander, but still pretty cool. I want to get past the hump here. Don't want to land it into the upslope. There we go, that's a little better. There we go, that's exactly where I wanted to put it. Come on, baby, stop flying. Alright. Ay. That's another one of the many videos that I've always had in the back of my mind and I've yet to do. Is the man, this is a cool. Look at this. I'm just gonna stop right here because I want to see these landings. It's so cool. Oh, okay. That is such a cool view. It's just amazing. Yeah, the guy in the C-25 is coming right in here. How neat. He's probably wondering what these little bugs are that are flying in front of him. How cool. Does this thing have taxi lights? No, it doesn't. Guadeloupe is flying out by. Let's see. Oh, your wife hates it landing there. I completely understand. Oh, Frank, that's pretty cool. River visual into DCA. You know what? Aaron, I did that in real life. I mean, obviously I wasn't flying, but I flew that one in real life when we were probably going down to Anguilla. No, as a matter of fact, we were going to Panama, as a matter of fact. But we did that, I tell you what, let's see here. Where are we going? Yeah, I'll go up this way. We'll go up here with Bungalow. The C-25 is probably like, get out of the way. Francisco, yes, we are in real time. But I did the river visual in real life, and I got some of the most amazing photographs. Just like, you know, camera phone pictures out of the airplane. I've never done it in real life, or in the sim rather. I don't really fly in the U.S. a lot, but excuse me for coughing, guys. Sorry about that. And this is also, I forget who did this scenery, but this one is amazing. This one is amazing. Look at that. I mean, it's such a cool, I forget who did this one. If you see that, I mean, it's just amazing. Look at that. And I say, excuse me, guys, sorry about that. And yeah, I guess we can just park right here. What's the big deal, right? And we'll just pony up right here. Works for me. Alright, we'll go. Mixtures idle. Cutoff throttles are idle. Lights coming off. Avionics master coming off. Let's go flaps up. Oh, there's another Islander. I wonder if those are people that came along with us. And we'll go mags off. And yes, we parked right in the middle of the taxiway, but that's okay. It's all for fun. It's all for fun. And yeah, that was a cool flight. I like that livery right there. Oh, Francisco. Yeah, that would have been interesting. My grandfather missed a tour of the Caribbean in the Marines when he was like 20. And but I don't think he regrets missing that one. But that was an awesome flight, guys. Bungalow, it was my pleasure. Trust me when I tell you. I really appreciate you guys all coming out. Kenneth, yeah, I mean everything's most everything works in 24 that does in 2020, except for the airplanes. Really, that's kind of the big difference. But guys, thank you so much for coming out. I really appreciate it. I'm so glad to see so many people out, so encouraged. Yeah, the moon is looking unbelievable, isn't it? I was noticing that when we were coming in. Yeah, look at that. I mean, that's just awesome. Bungalow, thank you. Hans, thank you. Guys, I really appreciate it. I'm so glad to see everybody out. And Francisco, absolutely. And Adriano, thank you so much for coming around. Appreciate it. And yeah, I'm gonna get more consistent with this, and we'll do this. And this guy's probably wondering what on God's green earth all these guys are parked in the middle of the taxi. Oh, he's probably ready. He's probably wondering what the heck's going on. Okay, anyways, I just got a good laugh out of that one. But guys, thanks a lot for coming out, and we'll do this again hopefully Wednesday. Let's aim for Wednesday and get back on our regular Wednesday, Friday, or I keep saying Wednesday, Friday, Wednesday, Sunday schedule. I really appreciate everybody coming out. You guys, it was a blast. This was a lot of fun, and wouldn't be any fun without you guys, so thanks a lot. Hans, I think if you take the weight out of their position... Oh, no. In 24, there's a way to do it. There is a way to do it in 24. You have to go into the tablet... into the, you know, the Asobo tablet, and there's a way to do it in there in the weight and balance tab, I think, if I remember correctly. Kevin, yeah, that's right. That's correct. So I still haven't, I don't know if I've done that or not, but man, this is beautiful. That's still what I find just amazing, is that like you can be sitting in the sim and it's just like, it's gorgeous, just beautiful. Okay, cool. Alright guys, everybody have a great rest of your Sunday. Again, thanks so much for coming out, everybody. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate the support. It was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I certainly did. And it's time to go have some dinner and get some rest. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Sunday. Good start to the week, and we'll talk soon, guys. Everybody take care. Thanks again. I really appreciate it.